They called me just a teller once, as if my dreams were too big for a small-town bank. I remember how the boss used to sneer and say I'd never go beyond the counter. But I watched the way money moved, the way power shifted in those quiet, guarded rooms, and I knew I was meant for more. My name is Helena Montes, and at 35, I stand as a senior bank executive in the heart of New York City, a place where ambition is the only currency that truly matters. But my journey to this throne wasn't paved with praise or easy wins. It started with a secret I kept buried deep inside, an ambition so fierce it hurt to hold it in. I remember the nights I stayed late, poring over balance sheets, learning the language of wealth that most only whispered about behind closed doors. I learned the game from the ground up. I was the quiet woman who watched from the sidelines, waiting for the right moment to make my move. That moment came when the old guard dismissed me as just a teller, as if my worth was limited by my title. I decided then that I would buy the entire branch if I had to, prove them wrong, rewrite the rules. I saved every penny, worked tirelessly, and when the opportunity arose, I made my move. I orchestrated my rise in silence, gathering allies, building my wealth in shadows, always staying one step ahead. I invested millions in secret, channels no one suspected, and when the officials finally realized what I'd done, I was already at the top. I bought the branch, the entire bank, and transformed it into my empire, a fortress that no one could touch. But even as I ascended, there was one person I couldn't forget. A man who once promised to be my partner, my equal, and then betrayed me when I needed him most. I had believed in us, in our future, until I found out he'd been playing a game of his own, secretly conspiring to take what little I had left after I clawed my way up. The sting of betrayal cut deep, sharper than any rejection I'd faced in my career. I remember the moment I uncovered his lies, the cold, cruel truth that he'd been using my trust to hide his own greed. That day, I realized that justice wouldn't come from apologies or tears. It would come from victory. I decided I would ruin him the way he had almost ruined me, but not with anger, no, with cold, calculated precision. I turned his own tactics against him, slowly stripping him of what he thought was secure. I used his secrets, his weaknesses, to destroy his reputation, unravel his schemes, and leave him exposed and powerless.